Scottails. Oh. Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Scottails. My name is Scott Hostetler. You know, a guy rushes into a bar. He tells the bartender, I want 10 top-shelf martinis, laid out one after another. Bartender says, yes, sir. And he shakes and he stirs. He lays out all 10 martinis. The guy starts drinking them one by one, just downing them. The bartender says, hey, take it easy, buddy. It's not good for you. I mean, why the rush? The guy downs another one and says, well, if you had what I had, you'd be drinking fast too. And the bartender says, oh my goodness, what do you have? He says, about 75 cents. Today, we're going to talk about the martini. Now, legend has it that the martini was a gold rush era invention. The miners drank a drink called Martinez, which was gin, sweet vermouth, cherry liqueur, and bitters. Well, one miner struck it rich, and he went straight to the Occidental Hotel in San Francisco, and he asked the bartender to recreate that drink, which he did. Then Jerry Thomas, the bartender, put out a bartender's guide in 1862 and included the martini. Now, the martini we're going to use the recipe from Gin Austin. It's Colleen Mullaney's book where she has 50 different gin recipes, and she associates them with writings of Jane Austen. Now, the Vesper first came through in 1967 in the movie Casino Royale. It was a 007 spoof because David Niven played the 007. In the 2006 remake with Daniel Craig, he ordered the Vesper again and ordered it for all his poker-playing buddies. Now, it includes 3 ounces of gin. And we are going to use Bombay Sapphire Gin because, as we've said before, it's full of florals and botanicals. Now, the key to martinis is cold. These spirits just came out of the freezer, so they're very cold, and that's how they need to be served. So we're going to go 3 ounces of gin for the Vesper. And 1 ounce of vodka. Now, the vodka we're using here is a Star Vodka. It's from Santa Barbara. It's a small batch, 80 proof, and it is very smooth and very good for martinis. Then, to make it continental, we're going to use half an ounce of Lillet Blanc. This is a French wine aperitif. And this, like I say, just makes it a little more continental. We're going to use a little drop there. So, now we're going to add ice. Remember, always use fresh ice. And we're going to shake it. Some bartenders say you don't shake martinis, you stir them. Well, this is a James Bond martini, so we're going to shake it. And remember, we're going to shake it for about 15 seconds so everything gets well chilled. Now, while we're shaking, in order to keep things cold, we've been chilling a glass, ice and water in there, so it is cold. This is cold, and now we will, oh, look at that, frothy, right, clear as driven snow. Then we garnish with a little lemon twist. Put it in. And there you have it, the Vesper. Let's give it a day in court.
Yes!
Yeah, you can taste the gin, and the Lillet Blanc takes a little bit of the edge, and that's a cool drink. We know a guy goes in to get his test results from the doctor. The doctor says, well, I've got bad news. The doc says, you're not going to live very long. The guy says, oh my God, how much time do I have? The doctor said, 10. The guy says, what, 10 what? 10 months, 10 weeks? The doctor looks at his watch and says, 9. So the next drink, the next cocktail we're going to make is the Pomegranate Martini. Now, the Pomegranate Martini is a little bit sweeter, not so, alcohol-driven. It takes 1.5 ounces of the Bombay Sapphire Gin. That's the gin of the house. 1.5 ounces. So it's got a little less gin and a little more. Now I got this recipe on the internet, but I've messed with it a little bit, so we're going to make it a little more to our flavor here at the house. Another thing we're going to use is Elderflower Liquer, and we're going to use the Saint Germain. It's the king of elderflower liqueurs. If you skimp on anything, don't skimp on this if you're supposed to have it. You want 3/4 of an ounce to a full ounce of elderflower liqueur, and it pours in there like syrup. Then you want 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Fresh squeezed, remember, don't get lemon concentrate, you'll be sorry. Then we're going to go with the pomegranate. That's the base of the whole thing, for goodness sake. And we're going to go with 1 ounce of Tart pomegranate juice. Excellent. So we're putting that in. We're putting some ice in. Now, shake this little bad boy, and again, we have the chilled glass with ice water in it, so it's going to be cold, and it's going to be wonderful. Shake, 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 shake. Remember, we shake like this. The French shake like this. We shake like this, Americans. When I say we, I'm including you and me, unless you're not American. Then you can shake any way you want. The Pomegranate Martini, cold, refreshing, yes. Oh, elixir of the gods. I don't know if it really is, but we're going to garnish that with a little lemon slice-a-rooney. Then we're going to give that a taste.
Yes!
Oh, that's it's fruity, it's tart, but the elderflower gives it depth. And that is just lovely. You can sugar the rim if you want, if you want to mess with it. But no, man. That's very good. So there you have it. The Vesper Martini and the Pomegranate Martini. And you know what George Carlin says? Relax. I mean, don't sweat the petty stuff. And certainly don't pet the sweaty stuff. All right. Drink up, because it's almost closing time somewhere.